everybody. Good morning. Good morning. All right, there we go. Facebook and Instagram. Got both of you at the same time. Listen, I wanted to pause this morning. I'm just now starting the day. We are getting ready. We're preparing for our last day here. So we're packing up. We're leaving this place. But I was thinking about it today and I just wanted to share. My devotion really quickly with anybody who will hear me. The Bible says in Job chapter 1 verse 10, that after a conversation between the Lord and Satan, that the devil asked, does he serve you for nothing? Isn't it because you have a hedge around him? I want to pause there. I can't really get too much into the story because I don't have too long. We got to pack up the entire house. We're moving today. And God spoke to me in that moment and said, Jeremiah, I need you to know this, that the only reason you're able to is because of what I did not allow to happen to you. I know many times we look at bad things as something that is not understandable. We don't understand why we go through it, why we come to look at this, why we come to fight that, why people seem to not be so friendly or oppose you. I know that it's difficult many times for us to look at the good in a bad situation. But God spoke to me this morning and said, that's what I let you see. And for somebody, I got to tell you on today that the only reason that you saw it is because God thought you could handle it. And I've only come to put the enemy on high alert on today and let him know through testimony of you that the only reason he can look at you is because God has ordained for him not to be able to touch you. And it says that Job has to go through all of these things. But I noticed here in going through all of these things, he couldn't touch him. This is before the attack started. God said, where have you been? He says, I've been in the earth. I've been walking to and fro. I've been looking. He says, I know you've been looking at it, but why haven't you attacked it? He said, because you had your hedge fence around it. I got to tell you on today, I know you look at a lot of problems. I know it. I know you look at a lot of bad stuff that happened. I know it. The only reason that you can look at it and your testimony is not that you died to it. It's because God had his hedge fence around you. You got to know when God covers you, every attack of the enemy that comes against you won't kill you. It won't hurt you to wound you. It may be difficult for you to go through to see a lot of the stuff that happened to folk around you. It may be hard for you to adjust to the new sighting of everything. God, I maybe don't understand it, but I am able to acclimate it, that God is able to bring me out of anything. And I know this because he has his hedge fence around me. He says, hey, Dewey.
I can't get a little hungry.
All right. All right, we'll go get something for breakfast in a second, okay? You want to come in here? Come. Come on. Come on in. We're just doing devotion. Yeah, come on. Come sit with me, big man. This is, he has his hedge fence around you. So you got to know today that you're protected. You got to know you're protected. You got to know from the top of your head to the sole of your feet, you are protected. That every plan of attack that the enemy would dispatch towards you, that if you can see it and you can live through it, it's only because God allowed you. And he said, Jeremiah, the reason that you can move, the reason you can breathe, the reason that you wake up this morning and see a bad day, a not so great day, it's because I allowed you to. That's what I let you see. He said, imagine what God didn't let you see. Is that the old folk used to say, he's been protection from danger seen and unseen. And the realest thing that I've ever heard from him this is the seen safety. But what about the unseen security? About the fight that didn't end your life. I got the car wreck, not that you viewed, but that should have been you. Then we go to these things and we see it on the news, and he told me that you're not so far removed that it could not be you. And the only reason that it's not you, and you're looking at it, that you can read these stories and not be read about, is because his fence has been around you. It's been on you. It's been God covering you. You know that? He's been covering you. He's been covering you. That's why your kids are still here. That's why your parents are still here. That's why folk can look at you and doubt you and dispute you and talk bad about you and say all this stuff against you. That's why they can do that. It's because God's fence is around you. See, the fate that you faced today was different. If God's protection wasn't on you, if he hadn't have been the God of the good and the bad, it's that there's some stuff that I would have seen. That there's some places I wouldn't ever been able to go. There are some things I couldn't ever obtain. I wouldn't have my kids and my freedom. I wouldn't have my breath. I wouldn't have any of the, if God gave me, repaid me, if God decided to collect the debt on what it is that I've owed him, that I'm due to pay. Ain't no way. For somebody, all I'm saying on Facebook or Instagram, all I'm saying this morning is when God covers you, then the devil himself can't hurt you. When God covers you, then every attack of the enemy won't even phase you. When God covers you, friends can walk away from you and it not hurt you. It may be a distraction today, but know that you are delivered from any place that they will try and bury you. A lot of people die here. But see, you got to understand, when God covers you, that means that you are a seed planted. And any time that you plant a seed, it don't die. It just, that's why they can talk about you. But every time they see you being blessed. Every time that they talk bad about you, they saw you getting a raise. Every time that they would say that it was because of this or that God had to make them not look crazy, look absolutely ridiculous. Because people can't talk bad on what God has covered good for. You got to be able to know. I need you to know. I need you to know when I'm done, that the enemy comes with a plan of attack. And the only reason you're under attack, hear me now, the only reason you're under attack is because you're covered. If there was no covering, there'd be no attack, because you'd be exposed. But if anybody know that it's on me. That's why folk don't like me, because it's on me. That's why I don't got too many friends connected to me, because it's on me. That's why folk can come around you and collect from you, but hate you and talk bad about you behind your back, not because of you, but because it's on you. And for somebody in the room on the day, just know that God covers you because his grace is on you. Thank God for allowing you to get up on today, that you can see it and believe it anyway, because it's on you. It's not because I was so good yesterday that God allowed me to see today. It's only because it's on me. It's that they can hate if they want to. It's on me. It don't matter if folk believe you, if they want to hang out with you, if they want to share you or support you, if they want to step on you or talk bad about you. No, on today, the only reason that you can come here and talk about it, the only reason that you live to see it, the only reason that you can get through this is not because you're new to this, but because God covered you in this. You are covered. You covered. It's on you. That's all I came to say. It's on you. It's on you. Facebook is on you. Instagram is on you. It don't matter what they say about you. No matter what day you face today, it's on you. No matter if it rain all day long, it's on you. No matter if you come home and not in a great mood, you done had a terrible day. Know that it's on you. Hear me now. When we get to 42, God says to Job's friend, I'm upset with you. Because Job might have been going through hell, but he never said how he really felt. He says, I'm upset with you guys because you didn't portray me to be a good God and you haven't seen Job's bad. He says, but when Job prayed for them, God turned it. Hear me now. A lot of the times you'll go through stuff and it won't even be for you. Yes. I'm going through my fight today for folk that's connected to me. I'm facing battles today so that my kids won't know this fight and this strain. They won't know this heartache and pain. They won't know that this is what it's like to be privatized and work yourself up and pull yourself up and come all the way through having the weight of an entire generation on you. They won't know that because I fight today so they won't struggle tomorrow. A lot of your fight ain't even for you. It's for the people connected to you. He says, here's what I want you to know, and I'm done. That many people look at you and can't really see the job that you've been holding together all by yourself. You ain't had nobody to pray with. You ain't had nobody to go to church with. You ain't have nobody to pick you up nor come see about you. But you came through this, that the job of Job was this, to pray, not for himself. Pray for other people. So I pray for you today. I pray that God favors you and blesses you. I pray for every enemy that speaks against you, that God is as good to you as he has been to me. I pray for you. I pray that whatever it is that hurts your heart, God heals it. So you can come here and be repaired and be okay and be fine and be stable and not be hating all the time. I pray for anybody who speaks bad against you today. Because you got to know that when God covers you, it's on you. That's it. That's all I got. God bless you today.